Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to BattleTech Heavy Metal, where we have a day of fairly easy missions ahead of us, I think, here. We're going to do the pirate mission first, and then we're going to see how many of these we can do without dropping below the threshold that would allow us to take this travel contract. I'm having a great day, Commander. You know why? I just got the latest logistics data from our friends down on Aquagia. Turns out the local government base where they keep all the stuff they're planning to ship off planet is going to be full of some extremely valuable cargo. Things we'd like to get our hands on. You capture the base, we'll loot it, and we'll both get paid. Darius is expressing concerns about, listen, we don't need to know what the cargo is. It's not my job to know what the cargo is. My suspicion here is that we're not going to see a lot of valuable loot, but let's keep at least some priority. Who knows? We might be surprised by something. I'm betting we're going to see a lot of pretty light stuff here, so what, the fire starter we definitely don't want to put in, right? Yeah, the Firestarter took a lot of center torso damage, makes me nervous. The Urban Mech is missing an arm, and I don't think that's... I will probably just put in the Assassin. Sourdough got wounded. Steamfitter might be a good fit for this moment. I will miss my my sensor lock. But I think this is good. We're trying hard to level Tire Fire up to having Breaching Shot, because we should have somebody on the team with Breaching Shot. And let's just get into it. We're going to try to burn through a bunch of these quickly today. I'd like to get off this planet, soon, not 3 episodes from now. It might not be today, because I think we're going to end up doing like 5 more missions. 4 more after this. But we can get a bunch of these jammed in real fast. There is still a skull and a half, maybe 2 skull and a half, so I don't think that the rest of the planet is going to be a total cakewalk. Honestly, if I thought the rest of the planet was going to be a total cakewalk where nothing significant would happen, I probably would have just done them off camera and started the episode as we travel to the new world. That'll be a thing that will happen from time to time, because we're going to end up doing a lot of missions over the course of this career mode, and if I put them all on camera, this series is going to be 200 episodes long. And a bunch of those episodes aren't going to be interesting.
Command interface.
And I hear the guy in the back going, how's that different from the normal episodes? Yeah, that's very funny. Facility our friends want us to capture is up ahead. From here we should be able to, go to the place, get the thing. Do not burn down the base.
Air conditioner.
Just burn down, that is not how air conditioners work.
Moving out.
Do not burn down the base, just burn down everyone near the base.
As you wish.
It is nice to have a fast lance. This is something that I'm going to miss once we start getting up to actually like good, powerful mechs. There's a really, really big difference in move speed. Honestly, things won't be... The Centurions are, I think, just a little bit faster than larger mechs. It's not like we'll be slowed to a total crawl or anything. This might be too aggressive. Alright, there's the facility. It's got a single lance defending it. Seeing some additional units in the region. Oh, I knew it wasn't just going to be a single lance. That's not how things work. Okay, I do get to finish my positioning turn, though. Can you jump? We cannot quite jump down into that forest. Well, I don't think we want to... start the turn in the open, if we don't have to, then. You guys definitely want to be up here. Like, way up here. This is going to be a really good firing position for the autocannons and the LRMs. So what do we see? A locust? That's a rock. Some kind of vehicle, probably like a galleon or something. The locust is going to flee from us out of terror, which I get. And we're going to drop down here and see what we can do about that.
Picked up a blip.
So there is another vehicle over there, and that vehicle moves on too. So that's something... perhaps serious, relatively serious.
Affirmative.
Also, this is a Scorpion. It's not quite as trivial as I was making it out to be. That AC-5 could do some work. We did tag it. It's only got 29 health left on the front quadrant.
I hear ya.
Well, that's got to be the priority. That thing has to go before it gets its turn. Probably not with the UAC, though. We could use the other one, the smaller one. Is there a position where I can stand? No, I'm not going to be able to get vision of the other tank. Alright. Let's start with this. And I'm just going to give him everything. I would really like this to work. Okay, we got there.
Smoked 'em.
I'm a little curious about what that other vehicle is. Looks like we might not be able to find out, actually. Which means, I guess, the best thing for us to do is to let it come forward. Is a striker, okay. Not exactly terrifying. There are some vehicles that move on too that are really, really dangerous. Mostly what I was afraid of was that it would be something like that. I mean, this is a one skull mission. I guess that's not really that likely. Do I even need the UAC? Yeah, you know what? This thing actually has a lot of ammo, a lot of armor.
Time to die.
That was worth spending the resolve on, I think.
Yes, Commander.
So... Can't get into firing range without a jump.
Going skyward.
We could do a precision strike to bring this thing down to initiative 3 and let the Jenner go before it, but I don't know that that's necessarily worth doing. Yeah, I'm just going to shoot it. Let's maintain the resolve, because we're going to be inspired next turn.
There's work to do.
And we'll just let the Locust have its turn. It'll fire 10 LRMs at somebody, and then we'll crush it. An interesting decision to move so much closer to the Centurion. Oh no, sorry. I had misread the angle of its approach. It's still not like super far from them. It was maybe a bad move on its part because it is very much a long-range mech. I don't know. These positions are all approximately the same. Okay. Medium laser and 2 small lasers. This is hardly even an enemy.
Firing. Reporting. Enemy vehicle eliminated.
That was pretty lucky. Both the small lasers had to hit the same area for that to happen. It's not like unbelievably
On you, Commander.
lucky, but it's a, it's a little bit. So this guy's going to be real hard to shoot. Actually, honestly, it's not that bad. We are getting a point from the height difference as well. Yeah, it might actually be worth going for this.
Got it.
Oh, we destroyed the arm, not the
There's
leg.
more where that came from. I
Alright,
hear ya.
I'm definitely not firing the UAC.
Here we go.
Okay,
Should've
easy
run
enough.
when you had the chance.
I've got eyes on hostile reinforcements. They're heading your way.
I figured that'd be the case. Any kind of read? No, just that they are mechs.
What's up, boss?
Well, I do wish we had a turn off to recover some of our heat. Don't know that I necessarily want to run up like this. Yeah, I'm gonna reserve.
Reserving action.
I appreciate that there's nothing on these turret stands. And they're probably just like locusts or
Good to go.
commandos or something, you know?
Reporting. Receiving you.
Now I would feel okay putting myself in vision of them. There we go. I might not even fire anything this turn. I just want to get information for the rest of the team. It is in fact a pair of Jenners. Well, there's not even really much sense in shooting them with the tag. You know what I'm going to do, actually? I'm going to Vigilance. So that'll push the initiative on my Jenner up to 5, which will mean that I can kind of do whatever I want here and still get it out safely.
What can I do for you? Coordinates received.
I guess we just pick one and have at it with LRMs?
Roger that. Firing on target.
I mean,
I hear ya.
it's guarded and it's fairly evasive, but it's also just a Jenner.
Got it.
It's a better quality of light mech than we usually go up against, but it's still not going to stand up to too much punishment.
Awaiting orders.
I'm not actually sure that I want to commit him, honestly. I might just have him walk forward and get
Moving out.
get some of this heat out.
Waiting for orders.
Let's see, this is a situation where it'd be really nice to have Ace Pilot. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna disengage here. We got what we needed. They can come forward and jet at us if they want. I assume that's what they're gonna do. Maybe not. I mean, they're Jenners. They have jump jets. Is there a path up? I think they're maybe running all the way around here.
Good to go.
That would be a pretty weird thing to do. I mean, I guess I'm okay with it, though. It gives me the opportunity to
Waiting for orders.
release some heat.
Pedal to the metal.
What's the plan?
I do not want to jump forward like that. I want to jump to a place where I do not have vision.
Got it.
They've changed their minds? I have no idea. They probably don't have any idea what they're doing either, honestly.
What can I do for ya?
Interesting. I thought I would for sure be able to walk a little bit and see the enemy. Well, I guess we don't need vision of both of them, right? It doesn't actually help us to have vision of both of them. Let's just get here and try to burn this one down. It doesn't even have any evasion. Weird. Well, we could aim, but I don't know. Do we even really get that much out of it? Guess I would like to kill it. Yeah, I guess let's try to direct stuff center.
Waiting on you, Commander.
A little closer than I would like.
Moving out. Waiting for orders. You
We'll
betcha.
probably get it. We'll get it unsteadied here. I don't know, man. We might be able to put together a knockdown, maybe? Honestly, it'll probably die first. Now that it's on Initiative 3, we can have the Jenner sneak up on it. Oh, man. Never mind. The Jenner needs to take a couple of turns off.
Copy that.
Thing just doesn't have enough heat sinks. I'll be happy when we move to a colder planet.
Standing by.
So now we can have the Jenner jump up to, like, here. And precision strike this guy so that he doesn't get to take a turn. If the precision strike doesn't kill him, the Centurion still can. Never mind. 2 medium lasers is what we get. They can put out an awful lot of damage awfully quickly.
Reporting. Internal
That's why I was
damage.
I hear ya.
trying to do this in sort of a goofy roundabout way. Doing a really good job of sheltering themselves from my my direct weapons fire. Because I can't afford to move forward or we lose accuracy on all these long-range weapons.
Vessel delivery. Want some more? Huh?
Ah, well that seems like it's pretty bad for him.
Waiting on you, Commander.
We detonated his missile ammo and blew off one of his arms.
Got it.
Oh my god.
Reporting.
The damage is spreading out so evenly. I mean, we still have to kill him. We don't really have a choice here. Okay, we really, really don't want the right side of this mech to get broken. Honestly think I might just do this, though? Kinda giving myself to the other Jenner as a target to keep it off of my own Jenner. The left side of this mech is just, is basically just a crumple zone, right? Yep, it's not too bad.
Not much armor left in that location.
And that means I get to go first here.
Commander.
And we try to blow you up again. And I don't, oh, he moved slightly, so I can no longer see him. Is that the arm that's missing? That is the arm that's missing. That's a pretty good angle, actually.
Coordinates received. I copy.
I wanted to make sure that I pushed him down to 3 initiative, just in case that attack missed. Oh, it's a Panther. So of course he finds an angle where he has a small chance of hitting the right side and hits it immediately. Yeah, you're gonna have to bounce. This part of the strategy worked okay, though.
Good to go.
Alright, they're backing off a little bit, which makes it easier for me to approach.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I'm doing the wrong thing by focusing so much on the Jenners. Maybe that Panther is a larger concern.
Waiting for orders. Don't need to tell me twice. Uh-huh. Yeah, critical hit.
Alright, that's about half of the weapon systems.
Awaiting
You
orders.
just need to withdraw completely.
Roger.
I'm pretty annoyed about that PPC shot.
Waiting for orders.
I mean, we gotta keep the pressure up,
On
right?
my way.
So the tag only increases, yeah, energy and ballistic damage. Does not work on missiles. You know, I'm not going to use the precision strike. We have other people who can do that. I'm just going to hit him straight on. Boy, it looks like maybe it won't even be necessary. How much health does he have mid? 29?
ya.
Yeah. We might be okay to just finish this. Hold
Good
on.
to go.
Your second. Oh, no, never mind. You're in the way. Causing trouble for everybody.
Affirmative.
Now, you know what? This Centurion's not generating any heat at all.
Tell me
It's
what
one of the few mechs in our employ that has good heat sinking.
Did you see that? Did you see it? Waiting on you, Commander.
It's interesting that destroy the initial, the mission to destroy the initial lance we saw was optional, but this is part of the mission objectives. We can't win without it.
Time to die.
Did I manage to spread my damage out, like, perfectly evenly between the right and left torso without doing anything to the center?
Yes, Commander.
That's annoying. That's the most annoying way that could have gone. Just need to keep getting away from combat. Well, I'll tell you what, there's a small chance that we're not doing anything else on this planet on account of,
Heading out.
on account of the fact that I'm not going to have any mechs left.
What can I do for you? Here we go. When I shoot you, you'll take it and like it. Good to go.
Well, we got one of his arms. Unfortunately, it's not the one that has the weapon in it. Is there a direct fire location anywhere? Nope, I cannot quite get the AC-5 on him.
Coordinates received. Roger that. Firing on target. Another
How on
hit
earth
like
am I...
that and you're toast.
No matter where I fire at him from, no matter what I use, I just cannot seem to hit the
Going
PPC.
skyward.
Or cannot seem to destroy the arm. We did at least crit the PPC, which is affecting his aim. But
Yes,
that's
Commander.
very annoying. Are you in that? Okay, yes, you are. Attacking from the right side. Of course.
Failed to connect. What can I do for you?
I not see him at all? There we go. Still pretty good odds, actually. Alright, dropship inbound for landing. We're going to get in and out quick. We managed to kill the pilot by hitting the cockpit with missiles over and over and over again. You can destroy the mech, I guess, if you want to. Not strictly necessary.
Waiting for orders. Orders.
I think all we have to do is put the Jenner in the town zone, and then we're good here.
Commander.
I wanted you to do the
Standing by.
thing. There we go.
Good for now. Cooling down.
Okay.
Mission successful.
We took more damage there than I was expecting. You know, honestly, we've been fighting small mechs this whole time. They could have been throwing Jenners at us a lot. They haven't been. They totally could have been. It should not have been such a surprise to see one. I guess we're just going to finish a couple of mechs. I don't know that we want any of this gear. So let's take a Jenner part, and I guess a Locust part, because we're most likely to get the Panther off of just random salvage. Okay, we got the other Jenner. Alright, well that's two more finished mechs. We're probably going to put a couple of these in storage. It's nice to have some backups, but also every mech that we have active in the mech bay is costing us a small amount per month as maintenance. So like, we probably do not need the Locust that we have up. We certainly don't need another Locust.
That mech you wanted is
We probably... Honestly, there's an argument for a second Jenner. We might hold on to the second Jenner. But like, honestly, this isn't even a mothball thing. This is a sell it type thing. We're going to put you... This is the storage button? Yeah. You in storage. I'll leave the other Jenner in the thing here, but we're just going to go ahead and sell this Locust right now. I don't see any reason to hold on to it. Selling... Oh, we can only sell them from storage. I guess that's good, to keep you from accidentally selling something that you have in active duty. Unfortunately, we don't really get to sell mechs for all that much, especially small ones. But we can put that money to some use. Alright, let's hit another one here. So, actually, what is our current pirate reputation? What can we afford to lose? We're at minus 16, so we can't afford to lose very much. Rolling metal here is against the planetary government, so actually we'll definitely do this. It is skull and a half. Our sources on the planet have alerted us to a convoy of vehicles being transferred to an otherwise undefended military base. Act quickly, destroy the convoy, Normally, we wouldn't be so concerned about a simple vehicle convoy, but Merrick intelligence operatives report that one of the vehicles is a fully operational Shrek PPC carrier. Hey, that's a concern. That is a vehicle that has 3 particle cannons on it, can do an awful lot of damage. Also, out of curiosity, oh, these are both on Hybuarius. That's awesome. Yeah, we're going to get some good pirate work done in the near future. We can do this, I think. What does our squad look like right now? So I'm gonna take it mostly as money, because I think it's salvage here is pretty much just going to be weapons. Well, we don't know for sure that we won't see mechs. I'm going to do it like this. So what do we have here? We could run the Locust, the LRM Locust. Put Crackle in. It's not great, but I do think it's about the best we're going to be able to do. And we just have to be willing to bail on this mission, if it comes to that. You know what? I'm going to put in the commander. A Locust with Bulwark is a silly idea, but we should try to get the commander trained up, because he already has 7 points in something. I want to build up to the point where we, as quickly as possible, build up to the point where we at least have one of each of the advanced level abilities that we can pull out if we find a situation where it feels like it would be necessary. So 3 PPCs. The particle cannon, we haven't really used them, so to be clear, particle cannon generates a ton of heat, although Darius says the Shrek PPC thing doesn't need to worry about its heat. They have an extremely long range, but they do have a minimum range, inside of which they don't really shoot very well. So that's like 90 meters, I think. We'd have to get right up on it. And they do 50 damage, and they also do a considerable amount of stability damage, unlike most energy weapons. There's a non-zero chance that I'm going to attempt to step on it with the Locust. Alright, I'm not getting in range of that thing's guns, Commander. Move up to here. You should be able to spot the target. There are definitely mechs. Alright, let's have the Locust and the Jenner move way up. Okay, it looks like it's totally safe for everybody else.
I read you, Commander. Moving
We
out.
may or may not actually be able to do this mission. Maybe I shouldn't have sold the other Locust just in case this one gets cored. Not impossible.
Enemy detected.
Yeah, no kidding. So what we want to do here is run the Jenner in, get vision, and then just LRM volley as hard as possible. Ooh, they have something that moves on 5? That must not be much of a vehicle. I think we're just going to reserve down to 1 here. I'm going to let all of their stuff move, and then we're going to go in so that it's harder for them to retaliate against us. Move in, fire, and then move back out immediately. Well, it looks like they're aware of my presence. They have what is probably a medium mech of some description.
Holding for
And
tactical.
that'll be the PPC carrier, then. Pretty sure Shrek carriers move on 2. Now remember, because it has a very, very long-range direct-fire weapon, we have to be super careful about line of sight and about allowing enemies to be able to see us.
Waiting for orders.
Like we wanna try very, very carefully to manage our sight. That is a Blackjack 1DB. A couple of large lasers. Not actually going to be all that good at firing in this heat. And its armor's not in great shape. Are all of the lasers on the arms? Yes, they are. Okay, so increased accuracy, but a little bit easier to remove.
Affirmative.
Did I hit the tag? I think the tag might have missed. Yeah, it did. Shoot.
Waiting for orders. Waiting on you, Commander.
We might be able to get a legitimate... Here we go, here we go, here we go. A legitimate direct line of sight for the autocannons to do their thing.
Special delivery. What
All
can
right,
I
I
do
like
for
that. A lot of fire on the side, a lot of fire to one of the arms. Unfortunately, can't quite get a direct line of sight anywhere with this. Ooh, we can get an obstructed line. You know, it's still pretty good, actually.
On my way.
I'll take that.
Got it.
Tire fire is a very good shot. So one of the medium lasers got hit. It's in rough shape. I'm gonna be very careful with the locust. I think we can move the locust up to right here safely. And then we have optimal LRM range.
Come on, mech warriors. It's go time.
Alright, so now we have these two vehicles that move on 5. Is that an AC-2 and some LRMs, maybe? I'm not familiar with this vehicle. AC-2 LRM-10? It's an interesting tank. And it moves super, super fast. You have 48 center health, so the Locust is probably not going to be able to finish the job. But I guess I need to do the Locust first, because the Jenner is going to move afterward. I might Precision Strike here, just so that we know the Blackjack doesn't get to go before the Centurions. Yeah, let's do that. So the arm has 28 health. Not impossible we could break that arm off and leave him with no weapons.
Engaging target.
Alright, almost none of that landed where it was supposed to.
Critical damage detected.
But it did the thing that matters. Yeah, I don't know what this is. Reserve down. We let the Centurions get their shots in. Boy, I cannot finish this thing off.
That and you're toast.
How much center damage do you take there?
Good to go.
Some. A bit. Well, I don't want to make myself visible. Not because I'm afraid of that little mech, but because I'm still afraid of the Shrek. I'm going to turn off the UAC. We're going to let it recover a little bit. Yeah. I was fairly confident we had that. Well, I think I know what my piece of priority salvage probably is.
Did you see it?
Orders.
And it wouldn't be the end of the world if it was just a PPC, but it's nice to have something actually valuable to take home. You know what? I'm gonna reserve. Let's reserve until after the PPC carrier moves, and then I'm gonna go for it. If I go for it, I'm gonna have to weather the attacks from these two guys next turn, but like we have to stop it before it gets where it's going, right?
Commander.
Alright, Pancake. You know your job. Trying to figure out if there was a place where I could do this without being visible to too many enemies, but I think this is the best we're going to get.
Heading out.
A gallant urban assault. Wow, look at that thing. Those are AC-10s? Holy shit. That's just a striker. Huh. None of this stuff is the PPC carrier. Well, this is now the primary target. It has 5 initiative. Jesus Christ. Yeah, alright, let's get to work, I guess. The rear armor is the lightest, but I'm wondering if we're... Actually, it's not. The side armor. We're going to be able to shoot into its side with other people better. I think we go for the side armor.
Firing.
Primary target is damaged, Commander. Keep it up.
So we dropped it down to 5. Or to 4, which means they're going to get to move this guy on 5. And then And then we're going to get to move the Jenner or the Locust again. We're going to precision strike.
Minor damage.
Oh, we're not going to precision strike. I just assumed we had enough resolve, but we totally don't. Uh-oh. That's worrying. Well, shoot, if we
What's up, boss?
move the Jenner, like I gotta maintain fire, right? Move the Jenner to a place where the commando doesn't have vision. I don't know, man. I think we just keep working this thing as best we can. I might try to move to a position where I'm shooting into its side arc. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I don't really want to get closer to it because AC-10, but I guess at any range here, we're close enough for an AC-10 to be accurate. Don't really want to only have 2 evasion pips. I'm not going to get to fire most of my weapons anyway. You know what? I'm just going to have the Locust do the Locust thing. Yeah, unfortunately, those shots coming in from the top seem to want to hit the turret a lot. Okay, and now after they've had their moves here, the Jenner's going to follow and provide vision for the Centurion. We're going to reserve down.
Confirmed.
Commando's going to do stuff. Okay, it's going to get immediate vision of the Locust. I'm a little surprised that was possible,
Waiting on you, Commander.
given that position. We're going to reserve down and let the Striker go. It does have LRMs. Okay, now the Jenner gives chase.
What can I do for you?
This is terrifying. But we have to get vision of the gallants. That's... Yeah, man. Yeah, man, this sucks. Okay, I'm real fast. I'm gonna show them my right side, because, no, my right side's the one that's damaged slightly.
Copy that.
Okay. You're tagged already, so I guess we just fire a tag at this guy. Tag plus whatever weapons I can shoot without overheating.
Putting one in the back.
Alright, caught him with the tag. And now those autocannons gotta do the thing. Not super happy about
I hear
the
ya.
way that the intel was 100% wrong here, but what are you gonna do? So the only thing that really matters is the UAC fires, right? We gotta have a clean UAC shot. Let's see if we can make that happen. See where we have to be to make that happen. Well, right here we get a pretty clean shot at the back one. I wish I could shoot at the front, the further forward one, but this'll just have to do.
Moving out.
This guy no longer has the indicator for the tag. Ah, I did not realize that only one thing could be tagged at a time. That sucks. Alright, we're throwing everything at him. Everything we can.
Primary target is damaged.
Okay.
Keep it up.
Still have vision of the other one. It's not going to be an easy kill.
Bad about shooting the little guys. Waiting on you, Commander.
There's nothing little about these guys. You're totally outside of autocannon range. That's not ideal. And there's nothing I can really do about it either. Yeah, it's a straight line, I just don't have the range. Well, I need to move forward right now because we need to be able to chase next turn, so I guess there's no version of this where I'm firing the autocannon, but we gotta get forward.
Got it.
50%. Oh, indirect fire. Yep, the indirect fire modifier is pretty harsh. The thing is, aiming my shot is going to make the missiles behave strangely. What's the condition of your armor? Alright, I'm going to call it to the back and we'll see what happens here.
You're not gonna like this.
Wow, I managed to expose the structure on a vehicle without killing it. That's a thing that you very rarely see. Vehicles have remarkably little structure. Oh, the AC-10 made contact. That's not very good. I was hoping the evasion would be enough. So this guy has... Now that we're down on LRM, this guy has enough health that there's no way I kill him with the LRMs, but I do think I have to move the Locust right now because otherwise it's going to get killed. And move it to a place where the commando doesn't have vision of it. This should be fine. Literally can't be lethal, but we gotta get started here. Okay. We can kill this thing this turn. I have faith in that. We do also have to kill the striker, it looks like. Because the convoy is only 33%.
Send me a real opponent.
Ready for orders.
Oh, that's a shame. We're not quite in range to stomp on the striker. That's what we really needed. Alright, let's reserve you down, because I need you to be providing vision for the Centurions.
I hear ya.
Let's use this one.
Coordinates received.
We do also have this striker that has to die. Otherwise, we're going to fail the mission. But we'll use the other mech for that. No, I should fire the autocannon.
Hey, buddy, behind you.
Okay, just to be sure, right? Because the LRMs were only at 60% hit chance. Like, it was possible that we would hit just few enough, and that the damage would spread out just enough that would not work the way we needed it to. You do not have direct fire. Do you need to move forward? Let's rotate a little bit so as not to let the commando behind me easily. And then we need a precision strike to the wherever. I mean, the UAC is going to do a ton of the work here.
Targeting enemy stick.
I guess I should have used the Jenner first to apply the tag. I'm going to just run all the way in on him. I absolutely am. Because he moves late in the turn naturally. How many evasion? I have 4 evasion right now. I could have 4 evasion plus armor. Yeah, let's do that. My left leg is busted, so we'll try to keep the right side toward him.
Locked on rear.
Method inbound, Commander.
Okay, never mind. Apparently that was good enough. So now all we have to do to complete the mission is bust that commando. I had very little faith in my Jenner, and I apologize. I should have believed in you more. Well, I think we're done here on this planet after this, right? Because we're not going to have enough mechs that are in serviceable condition to even do a mission. I mean, you may as well walk around and get medium laser. Yeah, it's better to fire the medium laser.
Engaging target.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, let's reserve you.
Good to go.
Just gonna throw a punch here, give me an
This is gonna be
opportunity
good.
to vent some heat. Probably the other Centurion also just
What can I do for you?
hits him, right? Yeah, I need to lose heat on both of them, so. This is why it is dangerous to build a small mech. Totally unnecessary.
There's
Dangerous to build a small mech for close combat.
Mission successful.
That was really nice that they each just picked a leg and pulled. It's a very effective way to deal with a small. That is a decent amount of money. We are going to have an awful lot of repairs to do. So let's grab the piece of the blackjack. Oh, those improved weapons actually did drop. That's interesting. I think we might take something like this over the blackjack. It's like an AC 10++ has 40 stability damage on it. Or the LRM-10 pods with the bonus stability. They're both 20 extra damage, assuming a full hit. I guess we don't have a mech that has an AC-10 in normal service. Right, it's just the urban mech, and I don't know that I necessarily care about arming him up better. No, it's better to take the blackjack. We're just gonna have to let all that good stuff go. Large laser's nice to have. Yeah, if I had understood that the target was not going to be armed with a bunch of PPCs, but instead with a bunch of neat stuff, I would have maybe made some different decisions loot-wise. Because I don't really care about PPCs that much. Okay, so let's have a look at the damage here. In order of importance, we probably want the fire starter back together first. That's only a 2-day repair. Then the Jenner. Okay, damage isn't actually that bad. These are the ones that are gonna be really harsh. Refitting and like reattaching limbs can be very time expensive. So let's get them all in the queue. Full replacement. I'm sure we have another small laser. I think we're probably going to put the good small laser on the Centurion that uses it. Because we actually do throw punches with that thing from time to time.
I'll let you know when that's done.
You, we are probably just rebuilding exactly as you were. Well, maybe we should do something more... What else could we do with this? Because, like, with that intercept system, it could be interesting as a long-range mech. We have 8 tons of space to play with here. That's not enough to hold a 20. It is enough to hold a 10. And then also a 5. And then like 2 bins of LRM ammo, and we'll cut some jump jets. We built this thing this way, in part because we didn't have the tools to make it a functional long-range mech, but now it can just fire 15 LRMs with considerable accuracy. It's a different kind of hunter. And it goes from... So we lose a medium laser, and this is 96 damage worth of missiles, plus 25 here, and replace it with only 60 total damage, which makes it a much less effective hunter. But the fact is, I think it's just a little too small to be good at close-range fighting, no matter the circumstance. Yeah, we'll make that change. So that's going to be expensive in terms of time. And then at some point we should refit this Locust, I suppose. Just throw another LRM-5 in there. That's not a big deal.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
We have a Jenner that probably should be outfitted. So here's a question. Do we want to set up this Jenner in a different way than our current one? We have 9.5 tons of space as it is now. I probably don't want to armor it down if we're intending to put it close. The snub particle cannon with plus 10 damage on it seems powerful. I'm a little reluctant to put it in a Jenner because of the likelihood of it getting destroyed. We could go like plus damage SRM6, and then medium laser. Oh, it needs ammo. I'll throw some SRM ammo in one of the sides. SRM ammo in the center. Ammo in the center is extremely dangerous. I try not to do it. So the normal... The Jenners we're used to using have 100 damage worth of lasers plus 32 damage from their SRMs. This has 60 SRM damage. Plus 50, and then if we just jump jet it out from here to maintain that mobility... probably in the torso is the most sensible place for the jump jets. Like we could go full jump jets with this. We could also cut 2 jump jets to get a 3rd laser in there and get it back in the damage potential range of a normal Jenner, but this one is, because it's more missiles, this one's a little cooler. Bins contain 100 rounds each, and we're firing 6 per volley. Yeah, that's... As a backup genner, I like this quite a bit. It's actually about the same amount of damage, but it runs a little bit cleaner. It doesn't have the tag system, and maybe it would be worth... Maybe it would be worth making these alterations to the other genners so that we have the SRM6s and the tag system in the same one. I guess they don't play very well together, though. Now, let's build this out like this. Now we have 2 functional genners. This is just prolonging the amount of punishment that we can sustain on a planet before we have to bail for repairs. So, let's talk about timing. The assassin is probably the least important thing going on there. That's not too bad, actually. So in 9 days, we have 6 functional mechs. The extra genner is going to take a while. Our piloting situation is pretty crummy. How much space do we have in the barracks? We could take on 1 more dude. Let's have a look at the hiring hall. Wow. Nothing, huh? Well, I'll tell you what. The recruits are not going to be any worse on Hebueris, or whatever that planet is called. So let's just go over there and maybe we'll hire from them. If we look at the star map here, let me just verify that that system's not actually, like, abandoned. Okay, no, they have a government, there are people working. Okay, yeah, we'll be able to hire there. So let's go for it. I don't think there's anything keeping us here anymore. So we want to do this through the contract screen. The pirate organization has offered to pay for our airfare if we do it this way. So which one do we want to commit ourselves to first? Somehow we've let the planetary government get their hands on one of our less reliable suppliers. It only took them a few days to break her, and now she's ready to spill all kinds of secrets. That is not in our interest, and since you're talking to us, it's not in yours either. Yeah, that's a fair point. We'd like to do a little bit of witness tampering of the fatal variety. She's being transported, so yeah, find and kill the witness. 523 salvage. Or... Ooh, this is an assassinate. Okay, so the target of this one is probably going to be a larger, more impressive mech. Let's do this first. It's a desert biome, so the fire starter will be useful here. Yeah, let's commit to that. I want 3 pieces of priority salvage on that.
Calculating course now, Commander.
Alright, so they'll take care of the flight path and everything. They'll pay for all costs incurred by the travel. Not that we really need them to, but this is a good move for us anyway, so why not get some free travel out of it, right? Oh, you know what? Hold on a second. We aren't running any Argo upgrades right now, are we? Because we had a little bit of a cash crunch there. So let's get something started. Ship upgrades. My inclination is to head for this next, which would require more structural reinforcement and more capacity, but also maybe we want to upgrade the number of people that we can have hired, because we're getting a little close on crew right now. It's going to take 20 days. What else could we do? We could pick up more mech space, but we don't really need to. We could increase our mech work rate, which is probably worth doing. These are all pretty similar. We could push morale. And the amenities here, the recreation stuff, does figure into events a little bit more than the rest of the systems, in my experience. But maybe we should just get these basic structural upgrades finished, and then we can have our choice of what else we want to do. I'm gonna expand our
Roger that, Commander. I'll get the crew.
Expand our pods here, and then we'll worry about that stuff. Because I do potentially want to be able to hire more people. So this assassinate mission could end up giving us 3 pieces of, I'm going to guess, a heavy, maybe even? But it could also be pretty dangerous. Things might go sideways for us. We're just going to have to play it very, very carefully. And we're still pretty close to the flashpoint. We will be able to make it to the flashpoints. Do not jump in on the contract just yet. First of all, let's go to the hiring hall. Okay, better. It's all people with with Bulwark, which is not necessarily what we need. Laos Servitor, Tinker, Pirate Crew. I mean, she's the best pilot of the lot of them, right? Her stats are just better. Reaper, I guess, has an extra point of tactics, but yeah, I think Grizzly is the move.
New mech warriors available.
Alright, and then let's also take a look at the store really quickly while we're here. We're not going to find anything we can actually use, but I'm just curious. They have some pieces of a Marauder. 2 pieces of a Marauder, in fact. That's maybe worth spending on. If we successfully put together 2 pieces of a Marauder, that means that we could potentially, on any mission where we run into one, complete it. This might be sort of the holy grail of this planet, if we can put together the money to buy this. I do also still want the mortar, obviously, but it's very expensive. It's no slouch at mid-range combat. Experienced mech warriors will hang back at longer ranges. 3 autocannon slots, 4 energy slots, 2 support. Yeah, that seems like the kind of mech I want to build. Right, let's have a look at the other contracts too. We're not going to go for the assassinate this video, I think, because it's 55 minutes in. That seems like an irresponsible time to start a mission. Let's have a look at what else is going on here so we can plan ahead a little bit, and then we'll call it for the day. Boy, the first time you load the missions for a world, it takes forever. I assume it's just like it's generating them right now, but you wouldn't think that would be so so difficult. Okay, so there's a bunch of missions here that we cannot do. Basically, we're gonna do this 2 skull, and then we'll try to scrape together the other 2. I think a 2.5 is probably solidly beyond our abilities. So we're not gonna make a ton of money here. There's a ton of money to be made, but we just can't do it. But this will give us time while we're flying away from here. We'll have some time to get engaged with some other stuff. You get some mech repairs and mech changes going. We might try a 2.5 just to see, and if we got to bail on it, we got to bail on it. But I think that's going to be it for us for right now. Thank you all so much for watching. BattleTech's good. I'm happy to be back in it. Come back next time, tomorrow, to see us maybe get in way over our heads, which is impressive considering how far they are off the ground. And we'll see you then.